And we are live here on the Game Changer Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening here for Squared Circle Talk. As you all know, Wednesdays are for wrestling. I am joined by the man with the plan who's always got the greatest tan. It's not really. None of us really have good tans, but it rhymes. Mr. Martin Lee on the bottom here. What's going on, Martin?
I'm pretty good.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. What's going on, Matt Boyce? Thank you so much. Whoop, whoop. And let's get it from our friends, the Whiskey Hour podcast. And before I get too much further, I have to make sure I introduce the man to my right or left. I really don't know how this works. Mr. Jake Jollymore. Jake, you have a quizzical look on your face. What's that all about?
Did Matt really just start our show with an insane clown posse? Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
Is that a real thing that just happened?
Well, listen, they did have their own wrestling program, Jake, so it counts. It's all wrestling related in the end.
Ah, you got me there.
There you go. I turned it all around. Well, guys, we thank you so much for joining us tonight on Facebook Live, also on Twitch, also on YouTube. And we encourage you guys to also check out our various other pages that we are simulcasting on right now.
If you did not hear correctly, we are also on Twitch.
We are also on Twitch.
Where is my camera tonight? Is it right here? Is it? Yeah,
it's right
okay,
there.
it's right there. Okay, I
I
got this. It's been a while since I've actually
got
been on the camera.
Yeah, you got the lag for me. I'll be back.
Oh, no problem,
You got the
Martin.
lag.
No problem, Martin. He'll be back in a second. But guys, like Jake just said, we are on Twitch, we are on YouTube, of course, also on Facebook Live. And guys, make sure you also check out the other pages we are simulcasting on tonight: Circus Monkey Sports, Talk Interference Sports, and of course our friends over at the Whiskey Hour. We appreciate you very much. What's going on, Luther? Always happy to have you here. And well, I think Martin's popping back in now. Let's try this again. He's a circle. Now he's a person. What's going on, Martin?
I'm pretty good.
You're pretty good. All right, good.
I like him better as a circle.
He's like, oh, so mean. Well, guys, we have a lot of things to cover tonight. We're going to try something different, everybody. Instead of our usual just kind of going through the motions, we're going to have a little bit of a structure. It's weird. We're going to have a little bit of a structure tonight. We're going to go through each major company, obviously, WWE, NXT. We're going to count it as separate. AEW and Impact tonight, going over the hottest news from each one of those brands and topics. And I think we should start with the shirt that I'm wearing right now. And maybe it's not hard to kill the event, but we are talking about Impact, and that, of course, is the main event of Slammiversary. Jake, why don't you remind us exactly what is the main event of Slammiversary? What are we looking forward to with this product?
Eric Young versus Rich Swann.
Now, this has been building up for a little bit now because there was the whole angle where Rich Swann was retiring. We all thought it was very real. Eric Young goes in there, beats him up. He leaves. We think, okay, well, he was just putting him over on his way out. He's leaving, going home. Bye-bye. We'll see you later some other time. But now he's back.
I have to give it to Impact for the way they wrote that storyline. Great. Absolutely great. However, did you have to put the title on Eric Young to make this a championship match? Because this could have been a solid match, not main eventing.
It's weird because, and I've been very critical of the fact that they moved the title off of Eddie Edwards over to Eric Young for a little while now. I just felt that it made absolutely no sense. You did all that work building up Eddie Edwards to just take it off of him, put it on Eric Young. But
fully agree.
With that said, I would have I feel like this match in no way needed a title. I feel like sometimes matches don't need a title to feel big. They could just be big on their own. Martin, I mean, what are your thoughts here, Martin? Do you think that him being champion was necessary to maybe build this a little bit bigger for this match against Rich Swann, or was it unnecessary?
All right, so here's the thing. So I think that the title is not needed here because they already have a personal rivalry. Eric Young tried to end Rich Swann's career. Boom, that's the storyline right there.
That's enough for a feud, in my opinion. I don't
Give
know.
Martin the pencil. Give Martin the pencil to Impact Wrestling. Easy.
I have no pens, damn it.
You could have kept Eddie Edwards with the title and had him face literally anybody else on the roster. Anybody.
How great. Think of this storyline for a second that I just thought of in my head for 30 seconds. Eddie Edwards.
Sorry, Martin, but we just moved the pencil from you to Nick.
Eddie Edwards is champion. You have EC3 doing everything he's doing with Moose. You eventually have EC3 beat Moose for that title. Who is the
fake title? Are we talking about the fake title now?
Oh, the fake title right now that Moose holds, right? He still
Okay.
holds that belt, right? He still has the white old World Championship belt from Impact.
Yes.
How great of a storyline would it be for Eddie Edwards?
Hello?
Okay, it wasn't just me. Okay, we lost him.
Yeah, we did.
We lost.
We
him
lost
there, Nick.
everybody.
You
We're good,
completely
bro.
froze.
No, it's weird. All of you guys froze for me too, so that was weird. But anyway, getting back to my point, you have Eddie Cole, Impact Wrestling. He is the standard right now. Again. Oh,
All right, so apparently Nick's not going to get this thought out. So I'm going to move on to if Eddie, whatever he's doing is going to be after Bound for Glory. So what he's saying, no matter what, EC3 has to finish that rivalry with Moose at Bound for Glory. So EC3 wouldn't be able to take the title off of Eddie Edwards, and I'm guessing he's going into a unification idea. You unify that fake old TNA World Heavyweight Championship with the current Impact World Champion. And that's literally what my idea was the day that EC3 debuted. So was that your idea, Nick? Was I right?
You were there. My point was just that how good of a story would it be for Eddie Edwards, who's such a well-known, homegrown name in Impact, to defend the honor of Impact from EC3, whose whole mission is to destroy his past and
you contradicted yourself.
Why?
Homegrown Impact EC3. Now, had it been okay.
No. But I know they're both. That's the point. We all know that EC3 is homegrown to Impact. My point is that he wants to destroy his past. He wants to erase everything that came before, and that's why him going after Moose right now makes sense, because all Moose wants to do is keep nostalgia. Wouldn't it be kind of cool that at the final nail to finally achieve what he's looking for is to beat Eddie Edwards and now completely own Impact Wrestling? I just think that would have been a better story than what they're doing right now with Eric Young and Rich Swann for the title. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
The Eric Young and Rich Swann storyline very well could have been a third to last kind of match, because you're going to have EC3 and Moose second to last. No way, shape, or form you're not going to do that. And then you're going to have your World Heavyweight Championship match last. But at the same token, who does Eddie Edwards face for the title if Eric Young is in this wrapped up Rich Swann stuff?
Ace Austin, maybe?
That's exactly the name I was going to say. I
It's
think
still too soon.
Dropping the ball with Rich Swann, in my opinion, Jake. I really think they're not Rich Swann, excuse me, with Ace Austin. I really don't think they're doing enough with him. They could be doing a lot, but wow. And I'm sorry, I'm watching Impact right now live, and Wheeler just took a massive fall, but whatever. That's besides the point. Continue.
Well, Wheeler's not in Impact, so you're watching AEW.
AEW, excuse me. We're talking.
You need a heel, obviously, because Eddie Edwards is literally the face of the company.
Correct.
So you need a heel for Eddie Edwards to face. Now, when I look down, up and down Impact's roster, and you have Moose and EC3 already in this feud, you have Swann and EY in this feud, that doesn't leave a whole lot of options. Nobody else is credible enough.
Right, but I would rather try new things with different talent than just immediately put Eric Young in there. I mean,
Option C.
But
Not the right.
that.
It's not the right time of year, but screw it. They haven't done Option C in a couple of years to begin with. Option C it.
Remind me what Option C is. Now I feel stupid.
The X Division champion. Go ahead.
Yeah, you win the X Division championship, and you hold it for some time, and like Destination X, you get to cash it in for a world title shot.
Right. Which
Destination X isn't even a pay-per-view anymore.
Which is a double-edged sword, though, right? That concept, because basically what you're saying, you are admitting to the fact that the X Division title is so much more subservient to the World Championship, right?
That's fine. Oh, that's absolutely fine.
I guess that's fine.
But let's say they kept that title on Chris Bay. because obviously it's Rujo? One of the Desi Hit Squad. Yeah, whoever that is. One of the Desi Hit Squad members is now the X Division champion. You could have had Chris Bay kept that title, which, by the way, all of their title changes at Slammiversary literally make no sense now because only Deonna Purrazzo is still champion.
Best thing in that company right now.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
But you could have a very easy option C with somebody like Chris Bay, have a Chris Bay versus Eddie Edwards match, which we all know Chris Bay's not going to win, but you're priming him for the future. It's exactly what AEW did with Scorpio Sky on like the 3rd episode of Dynamite. Gave him a world title shot. Did he deserve it? No. Did it prime him for the future? Absolutely. And now he's getting that singles run. You can do the same thing with Chris Bay right there. Option C. There's your main event. I'd buy it more than EY versus Rich Swann.
I just don't think. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sell anything for me. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't move the needle for me. It doesn't make me want to go buy a pay-per-view.
Anything with option C makes me want to buy a pay-per-view because it's such a unique concept.
No, I'm saying what you're saying. I'm saying what they've done now.
There's a very good chance that we are not going to do a watch party for Slammiversary just because I have zero interest in seeing that as the main event, and no other match is going to sell me beyond their main event. What are we going to see the Good Brothers? Go ahead.
You mean Bound for Glory?
He means Bound for Glory, yes.
Oh yeah, what did I say? Slammiversary?
Yes.
My bad, guys. My bad. I'm all sorts of screwed up on my time of year right now.
Oh, so this whole time it's been the main event of Bound for Glory and not for Slammiversary? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, listen.
There's one thing before we move on. There's one more thing I want to bring up for Impact. That I just remembered happened on Tuesday.
Please.
Yesterday. Did you by chance see the highlights and/or watch the show? Either one of you.
Of what show?
Impact.
Oh no.
Martin, did you?
Not really.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, Moose made a very interesting phone call.
I heard of that one.
I heard about this.
Very interesting phone call to none other than the Ayatollah of rock and roller, the demo god.
Now, did they explicitly say it was Chris Jericho, or did they just heavily imply it?
They explicitly said Chris Jericho.
Interesting.
Which is very interesting. Which further speculates, I believe Martin actually is the one that said this. It further speculates that AEW and Impact Wrestling could potentially have a partnership coming.
I mean,
they could use that. They could use that women's division.
Oh yeah.
Well, so now when we say a partnership, what exactly are we thinking of? Are we thinking of like a New Japan ROH kind of style? Are we thinking of literally them trying to combine their programming? What are we talking about?
The Ring of Honor New Japan wouldn't work because they're both technically American-based. They both technically have the generalized same product that they give out. So that wouldn't work. The only way to really make it jive and make it work is treat it like it's two separate brands. Do a SmackDown versus Raw, but it's Impact versus AEW. You need to sell it right, and it can't be like the entire roster of the other show shows up to the other show. No,
you can't. You can't do that.
You just that'd be chaos. It would be ridiculous. No, you can't.
What's going on, Brandon? Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, Jake.
But in order to make it feasible, you give me Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa versus Hikaru Shida. Jesus, I can never say her name. In a 3-way match. And hell, make it a winner take all.
Okay. So so what you're saying is you have two separate brands. They don't touch during the week until there's a show where people might might have matches together. When I say work together, I meant like working together.
We'll call it a super card. We'll just call it a super card.
So we'll say it's a super card. Now, but does that mean each company has its own pay-per-views too? Like Bound for Glory wouldn't have AEW stars, or would they?
I think it would.
Okay. Thunder Rosa's on tonight against Eva Lise, by the way. Interesting.
Yes, Thunder Rosa's it's my understanding that she's going to be showing up a lot more.
Well, it's not like NWO has got anything. NWA, excuse me, has anything really going on right
They
now.
just had an event yesterday.
Well, I mean, just not as much as AEW.
I was gonna say Nick Aldis versus Mike Bennett.
Yeah, no, Clinton just actually put that up. So Mike Bennett got beat by Nick Aldis last night. Aldis retained the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. However, Bennett looked like he got ran over by a runaway freight train at the end of the match, but Nick Aldis barely broke a sweat. I mean,
Okay, first off, we can't really take into account sweat because, like, I don't sweat at all, but I'm willing to bet you if me and Nick go on a run, he'd be drenched in sweat by the end. He's over here. I don't sweat, though. Like, I start sweating when I stop working out.
okay.
So that's not a good indication on he got hit by a truck. Did he look gassed? Did he look tired? Did he look like he has ring rust? You got to give me more detail than he looks like he got hit by a truck.
What maybe what he's trying to say is in the end, he thought that Mike Bennett looked like he just got put through the ringer, and Nick Aldis didn't look that bad, but Mike Bennett won the match. So
Mike Bennett lost.
Oh, Mike Bennett lost, excuse me. Oh, wait, no, he got beat by Nick Aldis. Oh, okay, I read that whole thing incorrect. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Under no circumstance, okay, whoa. Can we back up the train to Frank's comment? It is not an addiction.
I think you have a small addiction, Jake.
Okay, guys.
The show has nothing to do with wrestling anymore. It's all about your addiction to Gatorade. That's why we're all here.
Oh boy.
2 years ago, I would be drinking a Monster right now.
Yep.
It is 8:19 at night, and I have since stopped drinking so much Monster. And now I drink a lot of Gatorade and a lot of water. It just so happens that on show I drink more Gatorade.
That's true. Now, Jake, I actually want to bring it back real quick to what you're talking about with Jericho before.
Yep.
And them, because Dean Cage makes a good point. Teasing Jericho must be Bound for Glory season. They did do something similar to this like 2 years ago, Jake, where they teased the
No.
They
The
did.
dirt sheets teased the crap out of it.
Ooh, yep,
Never
yeah.
physically
he's right.
mentioned his name.
True. Brandon's bringing up something from Raw. Dominic needs to lose that Superman outfit. We'll get to WWE in a little bit there. So let's wrap up our talk with Impact right now. What are our thoughts? So let's pretend this partnership between Impact and AEW actually happens. What should be the goal for both companies in this partnership? What are they both looking for? I'll throw it to Martin first.
Well, at first, I think AEW could work on a women's division so they can use the Impact Knockouts division for the women's. And for Impact, I would think maybe put the biggest stars on there, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, all right. So we're talking about, especially you bring up the point of they need a better women's division. AEW, the women in Impact can certainly help with that. Jake, what are your thoughts?
In order for a partnership to work, and this is basic business, anything you talk about, each side needs to have something that the other one needs. Impact has the women's division that AEW needs. AEW has the men's division that Impact needs.
Okay.
Therefore, the partnership can work. That's it. It's that easy.
Clinton even says here, Brood, bring in Eric Young and EC3 and even the Good Brothers and bring in Eddie Edwards. So I guess what he's saying is...
I'm going to guess into Impact or AEW. Oh my epiphany.
Ooh.
What were the Good Brothers teasing on Talking Shop the entire time? Working with the Young Bucks again.
Ooh.
My God, we got played. This has been long-standing in the works.
What this is?
Because the Good Brothers even showed up on Being the Elite at one point.
Be the Elite.
Oh, you're singing the song.
No, so we're saying that it's really been a ruse this whole time. The major plan is one day we're going to be watching AEW and the Good Brothers are going to show up and attack the Young Bucks.
Let's be completely honest with ourselves right now. The entire wrestling world got flipped upside down by COVID. COVID wasn't supposed to last this long. And now we're seeing the ramifications where this partnership that probably should have been started, let's say 3 months ago, is being pushed back to now. Because we still have no idea when COVID's going to end.
True that. So definitely you want to spread the wealth around, keep everything as interesting as possible while you try to get through this. Brandon, we're going to go through this real quick. So we do have other topics we want to talk about. We're almost halfway through. By the way, to everyone who just joined us, welcome to Squared Circle Talk. Make sure you give us a like on Facebook. Make sure you turn that follow button on so you get notifications whenever we go live. And of course, make sure you follow us on Twitch at official_GCSN. That's official_GCSN. We really can use your support on there. That's going to help us get to the next level, and we really love it. So Brandon brings up an interesting point. How could WWE counter an AEW Impact partnership? And it looks like Jake,
I got the answer.
Idea. Jake, go ahead.
Less shitty booking.
Okay, all right. Well, that's wrong. All right, so less bad booking. Let's say that. Martin, what do you think? Do you think there's anything else besides changing their product that WWE can do to counter a potential partnership between Impact Wrestling and AEW?
I'm not so sure, but changing the product is the first thing that comes to my mind.
So changing the product. So I mean, they would definitely have to. Because it's not like they're losing anything with AEW guys going and being a part of Impact stuff, because Impact does not affect them at all. The only company that really affects them right now is AEW. So the question is would they try to do more outreach? Would they try to do more stuff with other companies? I don't know, but I guess we'll figure it out. Jake is dying of laughter. I don't know what this is about.
My wife is talking shit in my ear over there.
Oh,
Sorry. She's talking shit about me to the dog on the other side of the room.
Oh, well, see, now that's a much more interesting topic. It's a much more interesting. I can only imagine what she's saying to him. Well, guys, let's move on from Impact. We talked about this enough, I think. And let's get over to our good friends over at the WWE. And I want to bring up one big topic that bothered me from Monday. Actually, we'll get to that in a second. Let's start with the first interesting thing. The most interesting happened. Mickie James had a match with Asuka, and we got ourselves a weird finish. It was involved in the Asuka lock. It looked like she was trying to fight out of it. All of a sudden, she looked like she got out of it, and then the ref rang the bell. We really don't know what happened there. Martin, do we have any more details as to what happened and why Mickie James got the bell called on her?
From what I've heard, she sold the Asuka lock so good that the ref thought that she could not go.
Is that? I mean, that's definitely a big possibility. Mickie James is great at what she does. Jake, have you heard anything else besides what Martin just said?
So that's pretty much what I've heard, but it doesn't make much sense. The way Mickie popped up,
right?
Wide-eyed, very reminiscent of Bret Hart Montreal Screwjob. Obviously, not to that degree.
Right.
I mean, it's a women's championship match.
Which we knew she
on
was
a random Monday Night Raw. Like we knew she wasn't going to win.
Right.
Yeah. However, a lot of it doesn't make sense because why would the match end like that? Why would the referee screw up that bad?
Because it was a bad mess up. I mean, we've watched wrestling, obviously, between the three of us for a long time. I also love me boxing. I love me some UFC. I love MMA in general, Bellator, and all, One and whatnot. And when someone gets knocked out or when someone's not, participating and stuff like that. For all purposes, Mickie James was active, moving around. When I saw it happen, what I thought the finish was going to be when I saw the thumbnail of the video was going to be that she passed out and he rang the bell, or it looked like she passed out. She was getting out of the Asuka lock. She was literally sitting up, and I don't know which ref it was who rang the bell, but listen, they're trained to see things that we don't see, but I just, for the life of me, could not fathom what he saw that made him think, oh my God, Mickey's in trouble right now. I got to end this match.
So let me give you the
work. It wasn't a work because the commentators were just like,
Michael Cole had no idea what the hell was going on.
He's like, did she tap? I don't know.
Now, let me give you if you don't know the backstage behind the scenes, pull the curtain back. Let me tell you what's going on here. Mickie James is married to a certain somebody who defended his NWA World's Heavyweight Championship last night. He successfully defended it because the NWA actually likes the guy. However, the WWE does not like Nick Aldis because a man named Nick Aldis, that was a dog bark, very aggressive dog bark.
I know that was a dog bark or some man sneezed from across the street from your house.
So, Nick Aldis decided on multiple occasions, not just one, not just two, and that I know of, only three, there could be more, to talk a whole lot of shit about Bruce Pritchard, which is apparently a big no-no to Vince McMahon.
He's very, very attached to Bruce Pritchard. He's attached to the guys that write his programming.
That doesn't make sense because he would have never let Bruce Pritchard go to TNA in the first place. Bruce Pritchard is just a body to fill the spot that he needs at this moment. Not the point, not the conversation. So, the running theory in the dirt sheets is that they decided to screw Mickie James because of Nick Aldis's actions. Now, before you say, oh, that's crazy. Oh, no, they wouldn't do that. Lana got sent through a table after losing a match in less than 3 minutes after Rusev says, take your brass ring and shove it up your ass.
Well, that one for sure.
Did you see what they said on social media right after?
No.
And like, oh, yeah, you can construe this as the Riot Squad did this. All they said was, message sent. That's it.
Now, the person who put them through the table was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who were now a tag team because they were beating up Nikki.
Oh, was it? Do I have that wrong?
So what happened was they were beating up Natalya and Lana after they had lost their match to the Riot Squad, which again, that's a whole other mess of stuff, and we'll get to Raw in a minute. But she definitely, it was damning that she went to the table after what happened with Miro coming out in AEW. I mean, I'm sure that had something to do with that.
You couldn't be any more obvious that you are a petty bullshit owner. It's that easy.
No, but okay, so I agree with jobbing. I agree with them getting punished in that way. But to just randomly end a match in the middle of it for no apparent reason, I just think that's if you were going to have Nikki lose badly, if Nikki were to lose the match in 3 minutes, if Nikki were to get beat up and get bloody by Asuka, I'd get what you're saying and I'd agree. But having it be like a quasi-complete, like, a botch on the part of the ref, I just think it's a little bit of a stretch. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I'll give you that, Jake. So let's with that. Now, the next topic that I really wanted to bring up for Monday Night Raw is Retribution. I want to ask both of you separately before I give my thoughts on this. Martin, how do you think WWE is handling Retribution right now?
Martin, you're going to have to carry this because I actually have no idea what happened.
Well, let's ask Martin before I make my points. Go ahead, Martin.
Yep.
All right, so it's been interesting. They've been attacking almost everyone, and they've been doing a lot of backstage stuff. So it's tough to say, but apparently now we know who the main guys are gonna be now.
So who have they released any names? Do we know any more real names or no?
It was leaked. It was Dio Madden.
Okay.
Dominic Dijakovic.
Right.
Mia Yim.
Okay.
Mercedes Martinez.
Okay.
And I forgot the other one.
So now those are the people who were participating so far that we know.
Oh, Shane Thorne.
Dio Madden.
That was the other one. Shane Thorne, yeah.
Okay, so those are people that we expected, who we've been hearing, that have been the bodies that they've been using and stuff. I have to just be honest with you. First of all, I tried to watch Raw this week. And I say the word try because I tried. Because I give Shane... See, this is why hockey people from Canada should not be allowed or be given internet.
You could have at least said Bret Hart.
He's like,
Oh,
of all
God.
people, he doesn't say Bret Hart. You schmuck. Oh my God, I hate this guy. Jake, I
What a
hate him.
jabroni! What a jabroni!
What a jabroni. That's a real word from an American, damn it. All right, I'm taking your stupid comment off, Shane. Anyway, my point is that, and I love you, Shane. Don't worry about it. I love you, buddy. Shane's, of course, part of our doubleheader on Thursdays for the hockey show with him and Tim. See? Look, it all comes back to being professional. But they've been a part of now a bunch of different angles, and I've been trying to watch Raw, really trying to get into it. First of all, Raw was just bad. I watched Raw for an hour, and I was so freaking bored. I can't tell you. I'd rather do anything. Wow, Shane says Chris Benoit. Wow, did not see that coming, Shane. Good job. Touche. Good sir. Touche. Of all the
Yeah, I can't watch Raw either.
of all the
Yeah,
names.
I just keep it in the background.
Yeah, Raw was bad. So, but then the most offensive thing to me is Retribution, because Retribution has had zero growth. They are doing the same things for the past few months now. It feels like months now. I think it's only been 2, but it feels like months now. They do the same annoying things. They turn out the lights. They make the power act weird. They make the things act weird. People sometimes get beat up. But the last 2 times we've seen Retribution, they're getting beat up. On SmackDown, they got ran out of the building. And then on Raw, it ends with them getting beat up by the roster and part of the Hurt Business. Now, a part of me goes, hey, that's great, because I love the Hurt Business and I want them to keep doing great. And anybody here who wants to learn more about what the potential of the Hurt Business would be, I suggest you go to our website at www.GameChangerSportsNetwork.com and check out an awesome article from our man Mike Rosa, who couldn't join us tonight, on his thoughts on what the future of the group, the Hurt Business, could be. Because I think they're awesome. I think it's one of the best things happening in WWE right now. But the last image we have now of Retribution is them getting beat up. Why? They haven't escalated anything. We still have no idea what they want. We don't know what the direction is. We still really don't know the people. I know people's names got leaked, but that doesn't mean anything. We don't know who the leader of this group is. We don't know what their plan is, what they want, what the idea they're looking for is. It doesn't make sense. And we're getting to a point where Retribution is going to start not becoming a threat anymore. They're going to start becoming annoying. They go from being the Nexus to being the Core.
But we don't want that.
You don't want to be the Core with 2 R's that changed its theme song like 5 weeks in a row. If anyone remembers, they changed their theme song, I think, 3 consecutive weeks. They just didn't have anything. I don't understand. I thought truly that it made sense with them having Payback right after SummerSlam, that there'd be some tie-in with Retribution. Because at that point in the storyline, they have to elevate what they're doing. They need to build up, and that they have to attack other people that are involved in the company and bigger names, not just a bunch of random people, not just a bunch of random jobbers. They need to attack big people, attack a Drew McIntyre, attack a Keith Lee in a big way. They aren't doing anything like that on any large scale. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I mean, how about this? I'm going to throw it to Jake now. Jake, you're an outsider. You haven't been watching this. What would be interesting for Retribution to do to get you to watch WWE? What's something that they could do with this group that has potential that would make you go, you know what, man, I got to make sure I watch Raw, or I got to make sure I watch SmackDown, because something's going to be interesting here?
Oh, okay, you're finally done. Got it.
Yeah,
They need to, in order to get me, of all people, me.
yes.
I'm a very self-proclaimed, like, I don't watch WWE. I follow the highlights just so I know what the hell I'm talking about on show. That's it. That's all I do for WWE. That includes NXT. I watch Impact. I watch AEW. And sometimes I watch Ring of Honor. Sometimes. However, they want, first off, Roman Reigns, heel turn. It's a good start. It's piqued my interest.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, if you're talking about the brand, so I think the Roman Reigns.
No, I'm getting to a point. Oh, yeah, no, I'm getting to a point. So that's piqued my interest, but not enough for me to be like, okay, I'm going to watch SmackDown. No, not a thing that I'm going to do. Not a chance in hell. But you give me Retribution and they need to almost reset button, have them pull a Nexus, come destroy everything, start smashing TVs. Yeah, spend some freaking money, Vince. You made $143.6 million in the last quarter or whatever. I don't care. Smash some TVs, take over, destroy everything, kill everybody. Interesting. Right now you're doing the same thing, and now you're getting your ass kicked. What is that going to make me want to do? Watch you get your ass kicked? No, I want to watch you kick the Hurt Business's ass.
Exactly. I mean, I just think it's weird now. And our good friend Anthony brings up a point. How hard is it for one of them to go grab a mic and say who they are and what they want? Something. I agree. And I mean, you don't have to do the aces and eights thing where one person reveals themselves and then they do the whole thing. No, aces and eights before it got bad was really good because they were cloak and dagger and they were
absolute best invasion storyline of the 2000s and on.
One of the best. I mean, I think Nexus is better, but one of the best. They were.
No.
Okay, well, we'll debate that another time. I think it'll be topic. Let's put a pin in it. We'll talk about that another time because we'll compare the two because they're both very good. Them when they would have they had their club and they would bring wrestlers there to negotiate and you wouldn't be able to see who they were. That was cool. They still had a character even though you didn't know who they were. This is just boring. This is just boring. I don't know who these people are. It's a bunch of. It looks like the Masked Men character from Raw vs. SmackDown 2007, who has a 69 power gauge that you can use, and he just gets beat up. And he's used for the Royal Rumble and toss him over the top. It's terrible. Clinton says Core's aka Nexus 2.0. Yes, that's
wait. Wasn't there already a Nexus 2.0?
Yes, so there was a Nexus. There was a new Nexus that was led by CM Punk.
So the Core's the Nexus 3.0. Got it.
Exactly. So then you have Anthony saying, "Why not attack Vince already if they cross out the logo?" I mean, I just feel like they were getting somewhere when they had that angle where they ran in and they attacked SmackDown. Where they destroyed everything around the ring, destroyed the ring itself, and attacked the audience, which you could do because this is an audience of wrestlers, so they can do this kind of stuff. I thought that was fantastic because I'm like, okay, now we're building up. They're no longer these annoying idiots who are just trying to mess with the show. They're dangerous. They're coming after you. They want blood. They're pissed off, and then they just do nothing. It just falls off again. Dean Yates is saying a good leader. That's it.
Okay, let's talk about that then.
Yeah.
Who would be a sustainable leader to make this all? It has to make sense. First off, whoever your leader is, it has to make fucking sense.
Right. Because right now, you know who doesn't make sense now? Roman Reigns.
Nope, not in the
Now it
slightest.
doesn't make sense. Now it doesn't make sense because you paired him now with Paul Heyman. Good move, by the way. And you give him this whole thing of, wreck everything and leave. He's a lone wolf with Paul Heyman in his back.
So, Martin, tell me, who do you think should be the leader?
Retribution is easy. To me, I think it should be Dominic Dijakovic because to me, he's, out of all of them that I heard of, he's the best one of all of them. And he has the most again of all those guys.
I agree that, yes, of all the people who we know or who we think is in Retribution, he's the biggest name and stuff.
I think the leader is going to – we don't know the leader. No, it's not going to be one of them. I have a theory. I'm going to preface this by saying this is busted open bully race theory. 100%. I like it. I'm going to run with it. This is a great way to take it, which means the WWE sure as fuck isn't going to do it. All of a sudden, Adam Pearce is showing up on TV every show.
He is.
It's Adam Pearce's job.
And he has power.
Adam Pearce's job, physically, is NXT head trainer. Adam Pearce's job is to keep Retribution out, but they keep getting in. Now, Adam Pearce has a gripe. And you can make this make sense. Adam Pearce is pissed off that all these NXT guys that he trained go to the main roster and they flounder. But to really sell this, to really make it work, and this is where I'm tangenting off of the Bully Ray busted open theory, in order to really sell this, really make it work, and I said this 2 or 3 weeks ago, you have to bring back somebody like Enzo and Cass. Somebody who was homegrown, came from NXT, and then got released.
Mm.
You have to really cement this group as something that can be sustainable. If you first off, the second that music hits and Enzo starts his little "My name is Enzo," the metaphorical because we don't have crowds, the crowd would go insane.
Enzo Amore. And I am a certified G. No, you're right. No, I agree with you. They go nuts. Now, I want to bring up some points that other people have been making here. Dean Yates is joking around. He's saying, oh my God, Nick, it's the WWE video game storyline. The leader is Orton in the Cena military storyline. Yes. If anyone remembers that video game, that was fantastic. Cena, his best friend was a military guy, and Orton was like the leader of like he was the one behind the mask. It's a whole thing. But that's also, let me ask you a question. Would you be mad if Randy Orton was the leader of Retribution?
Yes.
Okay, you would be. Martin, what do you think about that?
I think I wouldn't mind it, but to me, it should be somebody that had a big problem with WWE.
So now Anthony he says one. Triple H should be the leader behind the scenes, and the meaning behind it is he's trying to destroy Vince's WWE. Could you make a storyline that Triple H has had enough? He's had enough. He's now, after Bloody Sunday or after Bloody Wednesday, whatever it was, where all those guys got released, he just took a step back and he said, I can't let you do this anymore, Dad. So if you won't let them wrestle, if you won't let us have a good show, then there will be no show. This is Retribution. You promised me that I could shape the future of WWE, and you took that away from me. This is my Retribution. Could you make up that story, Jake? Can it work?
Yes, but here's why it's not going to work. Triple H has all of NXT in his hands. He's not going to pick no names that aren't doing anything on the main roster. That part doesn't make sense. You're going to give me – you can have – all of Undisputed Era, Keith Lee, Jack, Gargano, and Ciampa, and you're going to tell me that they're going to go with Shane Thorne? That's the hard part to sell, is that the people in that part, or this specific
group,
specific way of going, they have to make sense. Why would Triple H then not pick his top guys?
Right.
The guys that made NXT what it is. You could sell me on even somebody like Kevin Owens and Finn Balor, people that are on the main roster doing all right. Well, Finn Balor's not on the main roster anymore, but you get my point.
Yeah.
But you're telling me Mercedes Martinez instead.
Yeah, who just got her butt beaten by Rhea Ripley and got sent out.
You could have the 4 horsewomen in this stable and still make sense.
Well, it'd make almost more sense at that point if you think.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say, it wouldn't make sense given the whole Bayley and Sasha angle.
Right. But like I'm saying, those people on paper, it would make sense because they're they're his kids, and they are. Everyone who comes from NXT is Triple H's kids. Everyone knows that. But no,
some of them are as old as him.
If it was truly going to be an invasion thing where he's going to steal WWE away from Vince, he'd use his best guns. He'd have a team with Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, Adam Cole, Finn Balor,
Kevin Owens,
Sami Zayn, exactly. I think that's definitely an idea. Someone did think of, say, Sami Zayn. I mean, because he was out, he kind of had like this Che Rivera wannabe look to him. I don't know, maybe not. Well, I mean, I mean, besides that, I really have nothing else to talk about with WWE. Obviously, we know they're advancing the storyline with Dominic, and Seth Rollins has turned on Buddy Murphy now, and now it looks like they're going to go down a road where Buddy Murphy's going to have a love storyline, which Rey Mysterio's the whole Mysterio family getting involved. I love it. It's a family affair.
That'd be a nice paycheck.
His 19-year-old daughter is going to start a love affair with the 31-year-old Murphy. I don't know how I feel.
There's nothing illegal about that.
There's nothing illegal. You know what? Jake.
Let's start there.
There's nothing it's only as weird as we want to make it. And I don't think it's that weird.
It's not weird at all.
I don't think it's weird at all.
No, it's not.
First off,
random.
it's all for entertainment.
Random. It's random. I would not think
Yeah,
Murphy.
it's definitely random.
I mean,
Definitely
just
random.
I think what it is Vince is trying to help out Murphy. You know, since Alexa Bliss left him for a rock star, I think he's been a little down. So, you know.
Brian Cabrera isn't even a rock star. He's basically just like a boy bander.
He's still Alexa Bliss still went there. So I don't know.
Yeah, but don't tarnish the rock star image with Ryan Cabrera.
We're gonna act like Rock isn't dead anyway. But that's a whole other conversation.
Oh,
We'll talk. That's a whole other conversation for a different kind of show, Jake. I know. Dean Yates says only on Raw right now. Same. They debut Raw Underground debuts. Yeah. Okay. Raw Underground to me still don't get it. I don't know what the point of it is. Now Braun Strowman's a part of Underground now, even though he was just on SmackDown, but now he's on Raw Underground, and he's just doing this thing where he runs around screaming. I mean, I don't get it. It's stupid. It's dumb.
I'm gonna open this real quick with just none of us watch New Japan.
None of us watch New Japan that much, but that does not mean that we're not making sure we cover it. Obviously, the
I cannot talk about it.
The G1 Classic. The G1 Climax blocks were made, which look awesome. I dare you to check out who the names in this list. It looks fantastic. Clint, I know you're talking a lot of New Japan stuff. We'll have some more New Japan content coming out for you, man. Don't worry about it.
We do have a New Japan writer. His name is Jay. He does a great job.
He does do a great job. So make sure you go to GameChangerSportsNetwork.com and check out some of his work. He has awesome stuff. Let's go over to not necessarily a different company, but we're going to count it as different. NXT. And NXT, the biggest thing coming out of there that I want to talk about is, of course, NXT TakeOver announced its date for the return of NXT TakeOver coming to us in November. I want to make sure I got the exact date correct on that before I keep going. But with that said, I'm going to throw it to you, Martin. What do you think is a match we are definitely going to get at the next NXT TakeOver?
That's interesting. Finn Balor has to defend his title, but who he defend his title with against is tough to say.
October 4th is the day they're bringing it. It's going to be live on the WWE Network. I assume it's going to be at Full Sail like they always are. I don't think they're going to go to Amway. I don't think they would do that.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But I'm curious though. I mean, yes, obviously Finn Balor is now the new NXT champion, which makes the absolute most sense out of anything. I'm just trying to figure out who they can have, being, as a doable contender for him, as a realistic contender for him.
I want to say Ciampa, but he's stuck in a storyline right now.
Right. Who's he in a storyline with?
I think Jake Atlas, I think.
Yes.
Who's Gargano in a storyline with?
I think he's stuck with his wife right now.
He's stuck with he's doing everything to Candice LeRae right now, who's right now in a feud with
Tegan Knox. Or Dakota Kai. Which was the babyface there? Which was the babyface?
I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Their women's division in NXT is trash. Can I say that?
So we're gonna get Candice LeRae versus Tegan Knox at TakeOver.
Here, you know what? Can the subject be? Can we this instead?
No, Nick's typing. Really? This is gonna be scary. What's he typing? It's gonna
really
pop up on the bottom of your screen.
NXT sucks. It's not good. It's not interesting. I'm not interested in anybody. You had me interested in Mercedes Martinez, and you have her lose 4 to 5 weeks in to her debut in a big match, in a steel cage match against Rhea Ripley. She's already out of the Roderick Strong brand, which already, so you ruined that whole thing because that was the one good thing he had going. Io Shirai is awesome, and she can put on great matches every time you ask her to. She's not interesting. She doesn't make me want to go watch them on Wednesdays. There's nothing. There's nothing to this NXT women's division. It's trash. It's not good. It has great women. It has awesome talent. There's so many directions you can go. It has been booked so poorly. I don't even know where to begin to try to fix it. So, Just want to put that out there. I don't know if anybody disagrees with me. Anybody in the comments section, tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that it's a great product, that I'm just, talking out my you-know-what, and I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Because I don't see it. But I digress.
Clearly.
I digress. Let's move on, guys, now over to AEW. A couple of things we want to talk about as we finish up the show in the last... Oh, wow, we might go over a little bit. We have less than 10 minutes left to talk about AEW. So let's do it. Real quick, Clinton says the point. Finn Balor, Adam Cole are the only good things on NXT right now. Yeah, pretty much. So let's talk about some AEW. Topics that I really wanted to talk about with AEW is a few things. One, we now know that Chris Jericho and Jake Hager are going to be moving into the tag team division. The Inner Circle, with them all working together, is seemingly not happening as much now. We know Sammy Guevara is in his feud with Matt Hardy. We know that Proud and Powerful, whatever the heck their name is. I always forget their name. Did I get it right? Proud and Powerful?
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh wow, shocking. They're in the tag team division, but now Chris Jericho and Jake Hager are going in the tag team division. I'll start with Jake. Is this a good move or is this a bad move by AEW?
It's a bad move.
Okay, why? Why is it a bad move for them to do that?
Oh, you wanted a reason. WWE move. They have nothing for Jericho, so what do? Throw him in a tag team with Hager. The Inner Circle literally has its own tag team already built in. Now, you can sell me on this very easily. If you have Hager and Jericho literally start from the bottom and beat every single tag team on their way up. Sold, done. They work their way there. That's it. It's that easy.
It is. Now I'm going over right now, so I want to take a look at the rankings and see if they even show up on the rankings.
Probably not. They haven't had a match together yet.
They haven't had a match together yet. I just want to make sure. But listen, I just want to make sure that they're not there right now, which they're not. Right now, if we're looking at the ranking for the tag team division, obviously FDR, who are 8-0 in 2020, are at the top because they're the champions. The number one contenders behind them are Omega and Hangman Page.
That's not going to happen. I don't know why they're still on there.
I don't know why they're still on there either. Now behind them, you have Best Friends, who are 15 and 6. Who are tonight going to have a match with Loud and Proud, a parking lot brawl, I think it is. Then behind them, you have the Young Bucks, who are 7-3. Behind them, the Natural Nightmares at 7-2, and then Santana and Ortiz at 8-4. They're in the bottom in the 5th spot there. Real quick, I want to deviate for a second. Michael is asking us a very interesting question. Do you ever see... Oops, sorry about that. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Do you ever see AEW going to Monday nights and competing with Raw? My immediate gut reaction is no. My immediate gut reaction is no way, Jose. Martin, what do you think?
100% no. Now let me quit. So you would say AEW might have a chance. Not really. They don't want to pull a TNA and go to Monday nights because that's what they did, and their ratings tanked. And so AEW should just stick to Wednesday night, go to NXT. Don't even try to go to Monday nights because it just won't work.
Yeah, I mean, I think that TNT is liking what they're getting out of AEW right now. You always want to set up your shows for success. And, I think that Spike made a drastic mistake in believing in the garbage, really, and the piping up that Dixie Carter and Impact was able to do by convincing them, we have so many big stars we can compete with Monday Night Raw. And obviously they had a nice bump that one time that they were on Monday Night Raw, like that first week, and then it just went downhill from there. Jake, what do you think? Do you see AEW wanting to do that, or do you think that they're just going to keep doing their thing, and to go there would maybe kind of bring attention to the fact that they're trying to compete with WWE?
They're just trying to do their own thing.
Right.
Zero interest in going to Mondays. If anything, I see them moving to a Tuesday or a Thursday.
Thursday's a tough spot, especially right now. Thursday's a tough spot because Thursdays are
Football.
football, so you don't want to do that because I remember we were. I think it was Busted Open Radio was talking about not Impact NXT wanting to maybe move permanently to Tuesdays because they were having some of their best numbers on Tuesdays.
Real quick,
Yeah.
announced for next week a number one contenders battle royal to see who faces Io Shirai at TakeOver. Interesting people missing from this graphic:
Okay.
Mia Yim, Mercedes Martinez. And
Yeah.
it's literally every other girl on the NXT roster,
Wow.
all the way down to like Casey Catanzaro, Kaden Carter is there, Zaya Lee is there,
So just to be
and
clear,
obviously
right now, is WWE listening to us, Jake?
I
I mean,
think
not
they
for
are.
nothing. We're just talking about how shitty this division is, and then all of a sudden they just feel the need to, they're just gonna make up a battle royal to make it kind of interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's see where that goes, and we will keep
Triple
an eye
H
on
is
that.
watching live, on the monitor in Gorilla. He has AEW right there, Game Changer Sports Network right there.
Amway Arena right now, just seething at the computer screen right now, and like everybody's just like, Vince, they're losers. Just go home. And he's like, no. Get Paul on the phone. We're getting a battle.
Another interesting note, this one from AEW.
Okay.
MJF apparently said it might be time for him to join a wolf pack.
Bump, bump, bump. Are you not getting my NWO Wolfpack reference? Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
And he left. He's gone. He turned his back on the Wolfpack. Yeah, I don't know exactly where they would go with something like that. I don't think Jake's coming back. But Jake, no, you got to finish our conversation, Jake. We're talking about AEW on Monday nights. Get your butt back here. Okay. Jake, so you say here that they're just kind of focusing on doing their own thing. They really don't want to try to go and do something like that, which I think makes a lot of sense. They've been talking about how they don't feel that they're competition. They feel that there's an alternative. Do it what you're good at. Stick to that. First Shane says absolutely asinine comments. And then you got Nick, our good buddy Nick, coming here. Who wins a Royal Rumble with ladders? Sting, Chris Benoit, Stone Cold, Goldust, or Ric Flair. This was an example of Nick E reaching to the back of his brain and going, okay, name every wrestler you can think of and just throw them into a comment. And that's what just happened here. And he remembered one match, the Royal Rumble, which he capitalized. I'm very proud of that. And then he's like, okay, what's something that happens in wrestling? Ladders happen in wrestling. He just threw that in there. A Royal Rumble match with ladders, and it's Sting, a deceased Chris Benoit, Stone Cold, Goldust.
All right. Can we back up
Everyone
the train
dies in that.
I was going to say, can we back up the train? Who are the 25 other guys in the match?
No, Jake, it's just these guys. There's no Chris Benoit because he doesn't exist anymore. You have Sting,
dead.
whose back is broken. Stone Cold, whose back is broken, but we don't know. Goldust, whose back should be broken, and then Ric Flair, who won't refuse to die. So I don't know how that match would go. We'd see a murder. I'll tell you that much. We'd see a murder if we had happened. Okay. So I think we covered that there. Something else to mention with AEW, I guess, to just go over real quick, is their newest rankings that came out earlier today. Let's go through the list real quick. I'm going to go first to the main singles titles, of course, the AEW Championship, and, of course, the TNT title. Jon Moxley is sitting at 17-0 in the year of 2020, holding on to his gold belt. Alongside him, of course, is Mr. Brody Lee, who is holding on to his TNT title at 7-1. Number one spot we know is the Murder Hawk himself, Mr. Lance Archer. I always call him Lance Hoyt from when he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And they'll be having a match at – are they having a match at
the anniversary show?
The anniversary show.
At the anniversary show, right? Let's ask that question real quick. I don't care. We're over an hour, but I don't care. We're in overtime right now, Jake. Who wins? Real quick though, who wins that match? Murder Hawk or Moxley?
Murder Hawk.
Murder Hawk.
Ooh.
Martin, who do you say?
I think it's gonna be Moxley.
Moxley. I'll be the tiebreaker here, and I will also say Moxley, as much as I believe it should be Murder Hawk. So obviously there you have Murder Hawk. Underneath him, you have Brian Cage. Underneath him, you have MJF. Underneath him is Cody, who's not wrestling anytime soon. So I don't know why Cody's still on the list.
Okay, hold on. I can tell you, it makes sense why he's still on the list.
Well,
What's his record? What's his record?
His record's 18-2. I understand why he's there, but still, why is he even on the list if he's not wrestling?
If Jacksonville's quarterback goes down, do they go out down on the power rankings if they win? No. If the entire New England offense gets murdered in cold blood by random
But
and they still win the game, they stay in the same general area in the power rankings.
But Jake, if the New England Patriots dissolve as a franchise and are not playing on Monday against the Vikings, then that means that they get counted out of the lineup because they aren't there anymore.
He didn't get released. He's not off the roster. He's just away. And he still has the record to back it up.
Still stupid. Anyway, beyond him, there's Scorpio Sky. He's still there. Women's division for AEW is just as boring as it's ever been. Nothing interesting here. You have, of course, Shida, who is sitting at 17-1. Right behind her in the number one contender spot is Nyla Rose. I don't know how she got back there so quickly at 9-2. Underneath her is Big Swole, who for some reason has still not gotten a major match at 8-3. Then you have a name that I always made abandon. How do you say her name? Abaddon. Yeah. Okay, she's 5-1. Don't care about her. Underneath her is, of course, Penelope Ford at 8-5, and Dr. Britt Baker is still there at 4-6. Can we just finally give Britt Baker the title?
No.
Why?
Because Abaddon's coming for it. They struck gold with that character, and they're going to capitalize on it. They don't even realize. I mean, they definitely realize they struck gold by now. But when they first used her back in Colorado, they did not realize they were going to strike gold. But they did.
I guess so.
So no, Britt Baker's title reign got pushed back because Abaddon's going to be the next champion.
I guess so. I don't know. Martin, what do you think?
Yeah, to me, who should be the next? So the topic is, AEW position. Well, it's tough to say, but Abaddon's pretty good. Britt Baker, Penelope Ford's good as well.
Right.
Martin, is there anybody you don't like?
Martin likes everybody. He's a good guy. He's not a negative Nancy like me and you, Jake. He's a nice guy. Well, listen, there's a lot of people to like in every show. And of course, we'll have to see how that plans out. But guys, we are now 5 minutes over our allotted time slot. I just want to say
I can't do 5 minutes of overtime. I'm ready for bed.
I can tell you're falling asleep on me here. Well, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been here with us for the entire hour. I want to thank you to everyone who made their comments in the comment section today. We love the fan engagement. I ask you all to make sure, again, you like, share, and, of course, follow the Game Changer Sports Network on all social media platforms. We were on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and, of course, on YouTube. What the heck is that? It's horrifying. I don't want to see that.
That's when I sliced my finger.
Oh, when
yeah.
you go to the hospital. Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of Jolly Jerky. There you go.
You can't.
I can see it.
Look at. Okay. Why? Okay. Hold on. So if you.
In the middle of my wind down, you gotta do this now. Okay.
Yeah.
We see your now. Okay, but in all seriousness, guys, we thank you, everybody. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, Twitch. Guys, we really need your help. Get over to Twitch over at official GCSN. Again, it's official _ GCSN. Please, oh please, oh please. Yes, Jake, we know you have pictures of your dog on the wall. We know. They're very cute. Point is, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitch. We really appreciate it. And make sure you stick around for the rest of the week. We have awesome content for you almost every day of the week except for Friday because we all need a day off. Tomorrow is our doubleheader with, of course, Inside the Ice from 8 to 9, and then Behind the Basket from 9 to 10. Hockey, basketball, so much going on in both of those worlds. And, of course, then to come with us on the weekend as Talk Interference Sports is on Saturday and our friend over at Circus Monkey Sports is on Sunday. And a big shout out to both those guys, plus the Whiskey Hour, for letting us simulcast on all their shows. We appreciate it. With that said, I'm Nick Lombardi. He's Jake Jollymore. He's Martin Lee. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much, guys.